Erin Burnett Outfront, next on CNN.
Thanks for watching. I'm Wolf Blitzer in the Situation Room. Erin Burnett Outfront starts right now.
Out front next, Trump tonight spreading a lie that the FBI tried to kill him, even though it's been widely debunked. This as a hearing on Trump's classified documents case devolves into a shouting match tonight. Plus breaking news, Justice Samuel Alito under fire for a second flag outside his home. This one carried by rioters on January 6th. Will he use the Mrs. Alito did it excuse again? And on the ground in Tehran tonight, as mourners flock to the president's funeral and a top official reveals what happened on that president's helicopter, that someone had survived for hours. Let's go out front. And good evening, I'm Erin Burnett. Out front tonight, the breaking news. Trump claims deadly force authorized. The quotes. The former president and his allies absurdly accusing President Biden of trying to assassinate Trump. And moments ago, Trump's team sent out this newsletter, came into my email. They call it the Palm Beach Playbook, but it comes from DonaldJTrump.com. The very first line under top news falsely claims that deadly force was authorized against Trump during an FBI raid at Mar-a-Lago. The intent of that being a possible assassination. The newsletter coming just an hour after Trump gave this radio interview.
Newly released court filings show that the FBI was authorized to use deadly force if needed during the raid of your private home in August 2022. It's stunning. You're a former president of the United States. What was your reaction that it was authorized by Biden's DOJ?
Well, these are vicious people. These are fascists, communists.
Let me go through the wording here very carefully in just a moment. First, I want you to know how much this claim of an assassination has been, steamrolling in the MAGA world. Trump claiming on social media that there are, quote, reports that crooked Joe Biden's DOJ in their illegal and unconstitutional raid of Mar-a-Lago, all caps, authorized the FBI to use deadly, lethal force. And Trump's allies are running with that narrative.
They authorized deadly force. They had a medic. They had a plan to triage the wounded. They had a trauma center 18 miles away and a map. This was an attempted assassination attempt on Donald John Trump or people associated with him.
Biden unleashed armed agents into Trump's house, authorizing them to use deadly force.
All right. Now, again, I'm going to get to this authorizing about deadly force in a moment, but more MAGA. Marjorie Taylor Greene on social media, quote, the Biden DOJ and FBI were planning to assassinate President Trump and gave the green light. Congressman Paul Gosar, Biden ordered the hit on Trump at Mar-a-Lago. A hit, an assassination. These are sitting congresspeople, of course, that I just quoted there, accusing the sitting president and the FBI of trying to assassinate a former president. Now, they're basing this on newly unsealed documents related to the 2022 search of Mar-a-Lago. Now, among those documents was something called a law enforcement operations order, which explains what agents are allowed to do and what they're allowed to bring with them, in this case, when they searched Mar-a-Lago. So what's in there is boilerplate language from the Justice Department manual about the use of force. It's boilerplate. It's everywhere. When the officer has a reasonable belief that the subject of such force poses an imminent danger of death or serious physical injury to the officer or to another person. The language is standard, and it is directly from the department's manual. By the way, they also knew that Trump was 1,000 miles away when they went in, so they knew he wasn't even there. But the former FBI Deputy Operations Chief, Rob D'Amico, tells out front that the language included here is, quote, standard language for every single operation, bar none. Boilerplate, every single situation. What Trump is saying is just a disinformation campaign, highlighting it for people who don't know. Now, a disinformation campaign about a case that Trump is trying to stop from ever coming to trial. Today at the first hearing, Judge Eileen Cannon has actually held since she indefinitely postponed the documents case. The proceedings quickly devolved into a shouting match between the defense and the prosecution. The judge scolded the prosecutor, telling him to, quote, calm down. Evan Perez is out front. And Evan, I want to start with those hearings here because this was the first time we had heard from Judge Eileen Cannon on this matter since basically the case was, sent to purgatory. Any understanding here of where this case